Good morning, friends. It's Terrific Tuesday, and it's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I'm going with the green this morning. Looks like I'm making a little St. Patrick's skirt, but I'm not. I'm making a market tote, one of these little mesh market totes. A little Stephanie Zed magic this morning. Angie, good morning. Welcome in. Kay, good morning. Rita, good morning. Cool Nanny in the house. Good morning. Welcome in, friends. So, I was going to work on a blanket today, but honestly, I just wasn't feeling like it. So, we're going to work on a little market tote. One of my favorite things is a little interim project. JT, good morning. Welcome in. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Sarah, good morning. Thank you so much for the heart me. Kimberly, good morning. Mama Wheeler in the house. Good morning, Mom. Sarah and My Apple Teeny, good morning. Nana, good morning. Welcome in, everybody. We're doing a little mesh tote today. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Of course, we're working with green today. We had to, right? It's like a tradition on St. Patrick's Day to crochet with green yarn, right? Oh my goodness, Kay, look at that pot of gold. Yes, indeed. I'm feeling like gold this morning. I'll tell you what, I had a bit of a flare up because we had snow yesterday in Alabama. What in the wild world is that? It's supposed to be spring around here. And I shouldn't be complaining because we didn't get very much snow and it's already melting. But goodness gracious, what is with the snow? I mean, seriously? So weird. So weird. Hey, good morning, sweet. Welcome in. Julie, good morning. No pinching today. That's right. I'm working with green. Don't you all be pinching me now. I will confess I'm not wearing green. Old Wheeler, she likes to wear black. So I don't know if I even own any green. I might have a green shirt, not really sure. Donna, good morning. Yeah, Mom, it's cold here. It's 30 degrees. It hasn't slowed down old Stud Muffin. He's out there roostering it up. Seahawks yarn. Sue, yeah. Isn't this fun yarn? We're just making a mesh tote. So we've got, it looks like Kelly green on the top, but this is actually, I can't ever remember the name of this. Laurel. Laurel. And then this is like a blue and green variegated yarn. Both of these are cotton sprouts. This one is Island Breeze. Let's leave those so I can remember what they are. Island Breeze and Laurel up here on top. This is 100% cotton. I'm making a mesh market tote. This one is a pattern by Stephanie Zed. This is the bag that Passionate Kelsey makes a lot. One, two, three, four, five. So I'm on the meshy part, which is really easy because I'll tell you. Hey, Miss Lori, good morning. Welcome in. I hear you had quite a bit of snow up there in your neck of the woods. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you got the heater going. You're under your blankie, all the things, right? So, yes, good morning. You're up and moving. All right. Well, that's more than I can say for myself. I managed to get my coffee this morning. I managed to get in my chair and say hello to y'all. But as far as moving, yeah, I can't really say I'm up and moving. The cold kind of gave me a bit of a flare up. And so, anyhow, I'm not going to piss and moan too much here because I know a lot of us suffer with autoimmune type stuff. But when this cold comes, boy, it sure does a number on me. And the arthritis in the hands and all the things, right? And it's supposed to be spring. Come on now. Come on now. I know it's not officially spring yet, but you know, I hope everybody's staying warm and cozy if y'all got a lot of snow. We had one big storm come through. I guess it was Sunday night. And so about, I don't know, 2 a.m., I guess it was. Old Mo and Diesel, they decided they needed to be in the bedroom with us. So they plowed over the doggy gate. And before I knew it, I had a big old Rottweiler in bed with me. And then I had old Mo whimpering and whining over in the closet. We had a lot of lightning and, of course, accompanied by thunder. And that thunder, boy, it really gets the boys all in a tizzy. Now, Diesel, not so much. He's not so much of a scaredy cat, but that little pit bull, I'll tell you what, he is the scaredest little guy when it comes to storms. So we had that Monday night. So I got kind of lousy sleep. Me and Mr. Wheeler both. Mr. Wheeler came in and went to sleep in his recliner. and lots of rain and lightning. Whew. It was like straight line winds. It wasn't, we didn't have any spin ups or spinning clouds or anything. So that was a plus. I know a lot of people had way worse weather. But anyhow, the dogs were in a tizzy. And so I went to work very tired yesterday. And I'll tell you what, I work now 10 to 7. And I got up off of work. I told my boss, I said, "Hey, I'm hurting today. I got to go to bed. I got to go lay down." Old lady here having a flare up. So anyhow, I got off work at like 10 till 7 and I went and crawled in bed. Mr. Wheeler was already in bed. And I'll tell you guys, I slept like a rock last night. I woke up about 2 a.m. Nature was calling and I went right back to sleep and I slept the rest of the night. I was just so exhausted. So I am feeling much better today. I think my little flare up has subsided or is on the way out. So it is cold here, though. It's 30 degrees, which I hope we don't lose all the blossoms off of our fruit trees. Did anybody else have their trees bloom already and now it's freezing? We had both of our peach trees have bloomed. The apple tree has bloomed. Both of our pear trees have bloomed. Those are our canning pear trees. And they were full on blooming. Of course, the Bradford pear, but we don't care about that one. And so I think, I don't know if we're going to get any fruit this year because I think it might have froze all our blooms. I'm very disappointed. So I guess we'll see. Gigi's been hurting too. I think it is the weather, right? Taryn, thank you so much for the Go Popular. Pam, good morning. Welcome in. Francis, good morning. Lori up in Alaska said it's 2 degrees. How are you, my friend? I bet you're ready for some summertime. I mean, gosh, if we could only get up to like what, 30 in Alaska, wouldn't that be nice? I am working on a market tote. This is a mesh market tote. Right now, I'm just doing a chain of 5. So I'm kind of having to count as I'm yakking. So I chain 5, I hop to the next space here, and then I just secure it with a single crochet. I'm kind of in a rut. I'm not going to lie with my crochet projects, guys. I've made so many blankets and I'm feeling really blah about making blankets. So I'm kind of in a tote making bag, hat making, just kind of small projects to kind of see if I can get a little motivated. I've made a ton of market bags in the last couple of weeks because I just don't have the ambition to work on any of my blankets. So, I kind of get in those ruts sometimes, but isn't this pretty yarn? So I thought it looked kind of St. Patrick's Day with the blue sky. It kind of looks springy. This green color here, this is the top of the tote. Okay. I don't even know if I brought one of these tote bags over to me to share. Oh, I guess I have that one that's way back there. I only have other ones that I'm doing. Dang. I can't even show you the real deal. But anyhow, this is a mesh market tote by Stephanie Zed. So what you do is you put a band here across the top and I chained 30 inches or 30 chains, excuse me, not 30 inches. And then I did 6 rows of that. And then now I'm working on the meshy part. So I'm going to do 40 rows of this mesh where all we do is chain 5 and secure it. We just make these loops. I'm going to keep going until I get to the other side of the bag. So it's just going to keep changing colors. I'm not controlling anything. So my handles are going to be this bright green. This green is called Laurel, and both of these are cotton sprout yarns from Premier. So anyhow, that's kind of what I've got going on my hook this morning. So I just chained 5. I come right here to the center of the chain and I do a single crochet and then I chain another 5 and so on. So there's not really a lot to talk about this morning. Queen, good morning. Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for the finger heart. Just a Gen X girl. How are you, my friend? Welcome in. I know these bags work up really fast, and I really like them as in between projects, or honestly, when I'm just feeling kind of blah. I'm feeling a little blah. I think it's the weather. I wanted it to be spring. Our daffodils already bloomed. Then we get a snowstorm. I don't know what that's about. Stacy, good morning. Welcome in. Thank you for the heart me. Samantha, good morning. Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Guys, if you are new to the channel, my name is April, and I am a hobby crocheter. I come live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings at 7:30 Central Time. And right now we're on a stay on for 2 hours, but I'll tell y'all, I don't know if I'm going to stay on for 2 hours this morning. I'll probably only be on for about an hour. I've had a bit of a flare with my autoimmune stuff this week, and so I'm not feeling the greatest, but we're making do. Rima, good morning, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Kelly, good morning. How are things? Kelly, did you get snow up there? We got some snow yesterday, girl. Marla, thank you so much for the roses. One, two, three, four, five. Um, and Sammy, good morning. Welcome in. Leapin' Llama's in the house. She's pinning all of the information about what I'm making today, guys. I'm working on a mesh market tote by Stephanie Zed. This is the market tote that Passionate Kelsey makes a lot of. She follows Stephanie's pattern. So you probably, if you follow Kelsey at all, you've probably seen this mesh market tote quite a bit. I've done it a number of times before. But anyhow, it is kind of a nice in between project when I don't want to think. And honestly, I don't want to count. I don't want to do any complicated stitches. It's kind of sit back, watch TV, and do my thing. So, my fabulous friend JT told me about a new show that I've been watching. I binged it all day on Sunday. What is it called? Scar something. Scar. It's on Prime. Scarpello, Scarpetta, Scarpellini, Scar something. Yes, that right there, Scarpetta. These friends know. Oh my gosh, I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. I worked on Oh, well, you want to know what I was working on when I was watching it? I'll show y'all. Hang on. Pause. Pause. We're going to work on this tomorrow. This is what I worked on when I was working on watching Scarpetta. I'm making a tote bag. But the cool thing about this tote bag is my little base that I'm doing. Isn't it fun? Anyhow, we're going to work on this tomorrow. So I watched Scarpetta, binged all day Sunday, and I worked on this. And then I'm going to work on tomorrow. We're going to be on pink. So it's dark gray, light pink, dark gray, light gray, and then pink on top. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. But anyhow, I was watching Scarpetta, and I really like all of that, like whodunit kind of stuff. I didn't really like it so much in my younger years, but I don't know. After I hit 50, I'm kind of like a true crime geeko. I love the true crime stuff. And that Scarpetta, I love the job that they did with the characters. I don't know if anybody else has watched it. Okay, but let me just say, uh, we can just consider this a little story time today. So, one of the things I really love when I'm watching a show is when I get so invested in the characters that I need to know more. I need to know the backstory. I need to know all the details. Like, give me all the scoop. I need to know how, Scarpetta has known this dude for all these years. I'm not very good with the names, okay? But her little officer friend, like I know they go back like all these years and stuff. And so anyhow, um I feel like with this show, number 1, they really sucked me in to all the characters. It's based on a book. Oh, yeah, the twist at the end. JT, did you finally make it? Did you finally make it there? I told him yesterday, I said, "Dude, have you finished? Because you have to get there." I was like, "Oh my gosh." The very ending on I think it's 8 episodes. Now we have to wait for season 2. But the twist at the end, oh, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" So anyhow, they do a really good job of developing these characters, and I find myself really invested in the characters. Like I got to know all the details. Like oh, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh my gosh. I really like Jamie Lee Curtis, but I can tell you in this show, I'm not a Jamie Lee Curtis fan in this show. Oh my gosh, she's just like I'm like, dude, relax. You're so crazy. But that's the role that she is playing, she's playing that role. So, yeah, I think she did a fabulous job. Now, I will tell you, Mr. Wheeler's not really a Nicole Kidman fan. But I told him, I said, "I'm sorry, babe, but you're gonna have to suck this up because I need to watch this show." JT said it's so good and I have to. And then I literally sat there for all 8 episodes as I was crocheting. I was just, like, on the edge of my seat, and then the end, they leave you with this big cliffhanger that you gotta wait till season 2. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Anyhow, Mr. Wheeler did not suck it up. He said, I'm going out to my shop to work on my truck. So have fun, which works fine too. I sat here with the dogs. We crocheted. We watched Scarpetta. And Mr. Wheeler went out to his shop and couldn't be bothered. So, you whatever works, right? We all get our little crochet time. I love hanging out with Mr. Wheeler, but if he's not into it and I got to listen to him, about a certain person, I'm like, yeah, I can't. Just go out to your shop, do your thing, honey. Hey, Nikki, good morning. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the heartbeat. Sherilyn, good morning. Welcome, welcome. We're talking about the show Scarpetta. It came out on Prime. My good friend JT was kind enough to tell me about it because he knows the type of shows that I like, and I binged the whole thing on Sunday. So so I had my little talk with Mama Wheeler, and then I was like, all right. Maggie was under the weather, so she didn't go live, and I'm like, yeah, this is a sign. My friends, this is a sign. April needs to sit here and crochet and watch Scarpetta all day. So that's what I did. And it was really really good show. I can't wait till the next one. I also watched the Love Is Blind reunion because, as y'all know, I'm a Love Is Blind geek. And oh yes, I realized Secret Lives of Mormon Wives has a new series, a new season. How did I miss that they didn't have a new season? I totally missed that. I watched 3, and then all of a sudden when I was prowling around, I was like, "Oh my gosh, the wives, they have another. How did I miss this?" So now that's my latest thing. I got to get caught up on my Mormon Wives. And then, okay, does anybody else watch Mormon Wives? I don't know. Maybe that's just a me thing. But the person who started Mom Talk is Taylor. Can't remember the rest of her name, but her name's Taylor. So anyhow, she's on this show. They're all over TikTok, the moms. And anyhow, then they ended up with their show on, is it on Netflix? I don't even remember what it's on. So anyhow, Taylor, I'm watching season 4 now, and they announced that Taylor is going to be the Bachelorette. Does anybody else watch Bachelor and Bachelorette? I was like, wait, Taylor, the swinger, is going to be on Bachelorette? Did I did, did I just hear this right? So yeah, I guess Taylor's gonna be the Bachelorette, which in itself just leaves me kind of questioning the whole world and life. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Hey Bailey, good morning. Queen, I'm a wealth of information that you didn't know that you didn't really want. Yeah, that. Hey, Allie, good morning. Welcome in. Little Red, good morning. Welcome in. Guys, I'm working on a mesh tote. I'm having a bit of a flare, and I couldn't bring myself to do hard stitches, so we're working on a mesh tote. That's what we're doing. We're chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you connect it to the next little chain, and we're at the end. So I connect right here with a single crochet. Now we're going to turn our work. Hey Lincoln, good morning. Welcome in. Mello, good morning. I'm looking forward to Bachelorette. I know, Taylor on Bachelorette. What is happening? All of my shows are like converging into one. I'm like, get it, girl, I guess. I'm here for it. I hope there's a lot of drama. Because I'm here for that also. Okay, so after I chain 5, we're gonna turn our work. Now we're going to go back the other direction, and into that first chain, I'm going to single crochet. So your side loops are kind of a bit smaller. Okay. Then we're going to chain 5, and we're just going to keep going with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, so Bachelorette, when I was watching Mormon Wives, I found out that Taylor's going to be on there. And then, of course, I had to do a little Googling, and I found out that Bachelorette is supposed to premiere on the 22nd, and we're on the 17th. I'm not a real math whiz, but isn't that like 5 days from now? I'm like, oh, I got to figure out where I can watch The Bachelorette. I think I can watch it on my Hulu. So I've always been a Bachelorette fan. I've watched it from the jump many, 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 many years. I don't know why. I really like Bachelor in Paradise because they've got even more drama. I'm here for it all. So So yeah, finding out that my Mormon Wives is going to converge with Bachelorette, I'm like, wow, this is like, dare I say, a dream come true. And based on how much drama is on Secret Wives of Mormon Lives, I think, yeah, Bachelorette might have some drama this year. So I'm kind of excited. I make a total of 40 rows of this, Cherie. Hopefully I said that right, Cherie. Um, I do a chain of five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not six. Then I single crochet it to my other chain right here. So I'm going to do a total of 40 of these mesh rows. So we're just getting bigger. Okay. And as you're doing it, you can pull on these, kind of get it locked into place as you're doing it. And after I get 40, then we're going to do another top band like this. But you can watch the tutorial for this. This is by Stephanie Zed. If y'all watch Passionate Kelsey, I really believe kind of helped make this bag pretty famous because she makes it all the time. And the pattern is by Stephanie Zed on YT. The yarn I'm using today is Cotton Sprouts. It's 100% cotton, so you definitely want to use a cotton yarn for this. And if you watch the tutorial, Stephanie will take you through how to make. There's a large size tote and there's a small size. I'm making the large size right now. So I started with 30 chains across the top right here, and then we're doing 40 all the way down. So 40 rows of mesh. We're getting a little meshy this morning. What can I say? So, anyhow, that was my weekend of binging TV. Not that you all really cared or wanted to know, but I do highly recommend that Scarpetta. If y'all like a little true crime kind of whodunit, mystery kind of thing situation, it's almost kind of like an SVU. Where they're investigating it kind of along those lines, I guess is how I would explain it. But it was really entertaining, and it was so entertaining, I watched all 8 of them back to back, not gonna lie. I sat here and crocheted and had my blankie and just did a little binging over the weekend. So, I did work some out in my yarn barn, not a whole lot. I'm waiting on my shoe racks to come in, from the Zon. FedEx lost my order, so I had to get a refund on my order, and then, I've ordered a couple more, but they didn't have them in stock now. So I don't know when I'm going to get the rest of my things to finish out my cake wall that I'm working on. But we'll just have to be patient and wait. But in the meantime, I did, Mr. Wheeler and I got a bunch more yarn totes out into the yarn barn this weekend. So I did manage to get that. I got my room darkening shades hung up, my retractable shades. That way we can keep the sunlight out of the yarn barn and keep all our yarn looking nice and pretty. So I did do some work out there and kind of did a lot of that over the weekend. Mystery, good morning. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is April and I am a hobby crocheter. I come on live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings at 7:30 Central. Tomorrow we'll be back on. We're going to work on another tote bag tomorrow. I kind of needed a break from all the blankets that I've been doing. I'm just kind of burnt out on those. And so I think tote bags are just an easy in between project. This one's lots of fun. So I'm using 2 different colorways. The colorway at the top right here, this is the colorway Laurel. So my handles are going to be this bright, pretty St. Patrick's Day green. Happy St. Patrick's Day, y'all. And then I'm using this variegated yarn. This is also cotton sprout yarn from Premier. This is 100% cotton, and we're just letting the colors flow. It's like this in the skein. It's a 4 medium weight, and I'm using an H8 hook. So right now I just have to do 40 rows of this mesh, and I'll just be kind of working on this in the background. Rita, good morning. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the heart me. Nice to have you here this morning. Arlene, good morning. Welcome in. Liz, good morning. I saw you guys are watching, what was that show? I don't know why I can't scroll the comments this morning. Oh yeah, Virgin River. I started watching Virgin River, when it first came out. Hey, Cassie, good morning. Welcome in. But, I haven't watched, Virgin River in a while. I haven't watched, I don't think the last season, and now I know there's another season. So one of these days, I'm gonna have to get caught back up on that one as well. But Beery, good morning. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the rose. Allie, the yarn barn is coming along. I moved more totes out there this weekend. I'm kind of at a standstill right now. I'm waiting on more of my shoe racks to come in. The shoe racks are for my cakes, my cake wall. So I'm waiting on those to come in. FedEx lost my order. It got stuck up there in New Jersey. I don't know why New Jersey wanted to hang on to my rack so much, but they did. So finally, I got on the horn with the Zon people, and I got a little refund, and now I got to wait for more racks to come in. So, I'm kind of on hold, but I did carry a bunch of totes out there this weekend. I got the curtains hung up. I've been trying to make little videos as I go along with the yarn barn. It's one of those things. It's part of a she shed or a yarn barn, if any of you have them. Part of the fun is the journey, right? Hey, MJ, good morning. So, honestly, I don't mind if it takes a little bit of time because part of the fun is, getting everything set up and organized. And once it's all done, it's done. And then what am I going to have to look forward to? So sometimes the journey is an important part of the whole process as well, right? And so I kind of think about that with the yarn barn. Obviously, I've done a lot because I needed to get my house under control and get all my stuff under control. So that was why we got the yarn barn. But there's a lot more to come still with the yarn barn. I've got some fun ideas and stuff out there. I did get my coat rack set up, so I carried out some of my works in progress that are kind of on hold. So I got some of those carried out. Poppy, good morning. Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. Sparky, good morning. How are you? B says I need a she shed. I know, don't we? We all have so much yarn and stuff. My room is a storage and it needs fixing. Yeah, well, I mean, we kind of make do with what we have, right? So my mom is the one who really taught me, I think, about the journey. So, um, you know, I could go out there and I could bang everything together, and my yarn barn could be done. Um, I could have it done in a couple weeks, right? But part of these things is the journey. And I say this a lot because this is what my mom taught me. After the yarn barn is done, what will I have to look forward to? Right? I mean, some of it is like, how am I going to organize this? How am I going to decorate this? What racks am I going to use? The sheer joy of going through all the yarn and trying to organize and get it sorted and stuff. Like, I know it's all work, right? Like, it's work. I get it, but, it's just one of those things, like, you have to enjoy all the parts of it, and so that's kind of what I'm doing. It's a whole stop to smell the roses kinda thing, I guess, and so I'm trying to do that, and, I ordered my hanging curtains to go on top of the room darkening ones. Those came yesterday. I had ordered some, and I ordered the wrong size, so, you live and you learn. So anyhow, I do have to maybe work on that. Welcome from Mobile. I'm up in Rainsville. I don't know if you know where Rainsville is out. I'm much north of you. I'm right outside of Fort Payne. So as you're headed up to Chattanooga, I don't know what that road is. I can't remember, but it's the one that runs from Florida down in your neck of the woods all the way up to Florida. I want to say it's to 75, but I could be wrong. Dot, 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 question mark, question mark. Anyhow, outside of Fort Payne. So if you know where that's at, there's a bunch of waterfalls around us. If you've ever been to Little River Canyon, we're kind of over by that. So that's kind of where I'm at. Guys, I do typically do a lot of stitch talk where we talk about crochet stitches, but I had a bit of a flare up this weekend with my autoimmune stuff. And so um, I'm not feeling 100%. And honestly, today, I couldn't bring myself to do a lot of stitch talk. So we're just kind of chilling. But I will tell you, I'm working on a mesh tote today. So this is, it kind of looks like, I swear you could make this into like a swimsuit cover up when you go to the beach, right? It doesn't it look cute? I always think of it that way. If I was a skinny mini, I think that would be really cute for a little skirt over my swimsuit. But anyhow, I'm not a skinny mini. If you have a skinny mini in your life, make them a little swimsuit cover up, right? So anyhow, we are I started with 30 single crochets. I chained 30 at 31, and then I worked one single crochet into the second loop all the way across. So we ended up with a total of 30 single crochets across, and then we did 6 rows. And of course it is green cuz happy St. Patrick's Day. We got to work on a little green, a little Irish bag this morning, if you will. So after you get those 6 rows, now we're working on our mesh. And when we do the mesh, all we're doing is we are chaining 5. And I'm going to do a total of 40 rows of this. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then into the next space right here, I'm going to do a single crochet. So you kind of attach it with your single crochet. Then we chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hop to the next one, single crochet. So that's all I'm doing right now. And we're just kind of shooting the you know what this morning and doing some chatting. I got a couple skinny folks in me. Same, Mr. JT. That is me in myself. I have a few wheelers in this one wheeler. Happy St. Patrick's Day, y'all. Mrs. Melody, good morning. Welcome in. So, anyhow, we're just kind of shooting the breeze this morning and having some chat time. We did get snow yesterday. It's pretty much all melted by now. But I looked out the window. I was at work and I was like, "Holy beep! It is snowing outside. It is snowing outside." All my fruit trees are blooming. This snow, it's too cold. It's going to hurt my fruit trees. My peaches have bloomed. My apples have bloomed. I don't think the plums have bloomed, but my pear trees are mid bloom. Like, what is even happening right now? What is this snow? I shouldn't complain because I know a lot of you up north of me, up in Wisconsin and whatnot, got a ton of snow. Oh, yeah, there's Miss Allie said, I got 10 inches in South Wisconsin. JT's mom is in Wisconsin, and JT told me Lori got 26 inches of snow last count I heard. 26 inches of snow in Wisconsin. Goodness gracious, y'all. And Ryan Hall has been having a field day with all the clouds and weather. Oh, my goodness. Weatherman's dream come true, huh? I literally was running my AC over the weekend. It really got hot. It was like 77 outside. My house was like 76 inside. And I know it sounds crazy to turn on the AC, but I was just like, I was dying. I was absolutely dying inside. And so I was like, okay, I'm turning on my AC. So I turned on my AC. And I had to cool off the house a bit because I was just over sweating and I was just over it. I was just over it. So Saturday, I was literally running the AC. This morning, it is 30 degrees and it snowed yesterday. Like, what the heck? What in the heck? Our friend Maggie, who lives in Virginia, she was at 88 degrees and the next day it was freezing. Like, how does that even happen? It blows my mind, y'all. It was seriously 88 degrees, and then it was like, "Oh, wait, just kidding. Now it's gonna be freezing, and we're gonna give you snow." Hang on, I gotta get a drink. I'm talking too much. Patricia, good morning. Welcome in. Yes, Queen, bipolar weather. That's it. Hey, Leslie, good morning. Sparky said, I refused to turn on the AC. We were so miserable because it was 88. I know, it sounds crazy, right? But that's it, Annie. Fake spring. Gotta love it. I think that's exactly what it is. Well, it sure tricked my fruit trees, I'll tell you. They always say I'm in zone B. They say not to plant until after March 15th, but I don't know. It's 30 degrees this morning here in South Alabama. So um, for this year, consult the almanac because, yeah, don't plant. And they definitely gave a warning. Sounds like Mother Nature is in menopause, right, Nikki? Hot flash one day and then ice cold the next. Bitter cold over here as well. I bet it is, Arlene. And the wind. Oh my gosh, the wind. It was crazy here with the wind. Allie said my dog is the only one who's happy about the snow. I think so too. So my dogs decided to go on a little walkabout yesterday, and they were off roaming through the woods, and I think they were gone for a good hour and a half. Mind you, this is when it is snowing. Kazzy said someone was calling it sprinter. Yeah, it's like spring and winter combined. Good one, Kazzy. I like that. Anyhow, the dogs, they don't seem to care one iota about the snow. They're like, "Oh yeah." And then Diesel is funny. He likes, does anybody else dog do this? Diesel goes outside and he like chomps and eats the snow. Now, Mo, on the other hand, he's like, "No, leave me inside. I'm here on my bed. I don't want to go outside. I don't need to be chomping any snow." But old Diesel, he has a field day in the snow. He loves to eat it and all the things. I'm like, "Diesel, stay away from that yellow snow, bud." Stick to just the white. Of course, dogs are colorblind, so I don't know. Holly said mine love to eat it. Paloma, buenos dias. Good morning. Yeah, he's still a puppy. He's still a puppy, Leslie. My lab was covered in it. Oh, that was one of the funniest things yesterday when I was at work. The bird feeders had filled up with snow. I had filled them up with black whale sunflower seeds, and there was a squirrel out there. I love, when the squirrels sit there and they put their tail up over their back, and they make it like a little umbrella. That is what the little squirrel was doing. So it was full on snowing out there. It was snowing so hard I couldn't even see the neighbor's house across the way. It was totally whited out, and it was snowing pretty good. If any of you all were watching the cameras, you saw that. I know my mom saw it and JT saw it. But it was snowing pretty good. And anyhow, that squirrel had his tail up like a little umbrella, I guess, and he just kept burrowing his nose in the snow under it to get the seeds, and he just kept right on chowing down. So guys, I'm doing a chain of 5 right now. I'm doing chain of 5, and then I'm doing a single crochet to loop it to the other one. So we're working on the mesh part right here. The way that I started this, um, Kim, I started with 30 chains across the top right here. This is the top of my bag. And then I did a single crochet into each. So I ended up with a total of 30 single crochets. And then I did a total of 6 rows of single crochet. Now I'm working on the middle part of the market bag. So basically, I'm working on the mesh part right now, and I have to do 40 rows of this mesh. So we're just kind of talking about the weather and television and all the things, today. We're just kind of having a stitch and chat, I guess you could say. I'm over here crocheting. Now, tomorrow we'll probably do a little more stitch talk. One of the things when I was binging Scarpetta this weekend, which we kind of already talked about, I was working on this is like a tote bag I'm making. So we're going to be working on this one tomorrow. But this one has a base on it. So I worked on this Sunday, and it's kind of nice when it has the base. You can see that in there. And so I'm just stacking up these rows now. I'm going to probably finish with the light gray color probably later today on my lunch. So I'm doing dark gray, then I'm going to do light gray, and then on top of this, I'm going to do pink. So tomorrow we're going to be doing pink on this tote bag. It'll show up a little better when I'm doing the stitches. So yeah, this is kind of a fancy base. It is like a vinyl, but it makes a really nice flat base for the totes. I like how it has the little feet. And so anyhow, it's just a little different style. I'm not really following a pattern on this one. I just am winging it. So anyhow, we're going to do that tomorrow on the live. It still kind of is flowy, but that's going to be tomorrow's project. Now for Thursday, one of the other bags I've been working on, well, let me show you. I've got a few things. I have been kind of burnt out on blankets. So I have been in bag making mode, I will tell you. So this one right here is the Granny Rocco bag. Davina Granny Rocco bag by Island Crochets. This is another one that Passionate Kelsey does. I'm working on the handles right now. I'm not quite there. This one you can find on the e-store. I will not be doing this one on the live, but I have been working on one of those as well. I did finish one. This is kind of a fun yes, Paloma. I'm using the crisscross, same as the Daisy Farm Crafts blessing blanket. Very good eye, Paloma. Very good eye. So this is the Granny Rocco bag by Davina Rocco, and it's a really fun pattern to make, but it is a PAY on the ETSY, so you would have to go and get that pattern. But this is a really fun bag. Passionate Kelsey also makes this one a lot. I've seen her make it, and so I was like, oh, I need to get on board with that. But it's a fun bag. So I've been working on those. But what we're going to do, yes, Donna, these are all cotton bags. What we're going to do on Thursday, our good friend Leapin' Llamas is currently developing a pattern, designing a pattern. And I have made two of these bags so far. This is the Choose Your Own Adventure bag. And we're going to make one of these starting on Thursday on the live. So this is the second one that I've made. The thing that I really like about this bag is you have this really cool base to the bag that this one will be an FREE pattern. This is called the Choose Your Own Adventure by our friend Leapin' Llamas, our friend Leah, who mods and helps out in the chat. This is her pattern. So we're going to do this on Thursday, but it has a nice crochet base. And then the reason it's called the Choose Your Own Adventure is because she is developing this pattern where you can change out the stitches in between. So I'm doing a mesh option for this. She also is doing a granny stitch. She has done a V stitch. Right now, she is working on an ice cream stitch for in the middle. And there are so many different options. So basically, the bottoms and the tops are all the same. And then you choose your own adventure, however you want the middle to be. So again, I'm going to do the mesh first, and then kind of share with you guys how the pattern is working up. She is going to publish her pattern tomorrow. She's just kind of putting the finishing touches on it. This is the other one that I did. This one is kind of in like a spring green. Same thing. This is the same Choose Your Own Adventure. So yeah, right now she has developed the mesh, the V stitch, a granny stitch. I really want to do a granny one in the middle, and also an ice cream stitch. So this is going to be our project for Thursday. And I'm going to start this bag from the very beginning. That way we have it over on YT so that if people need help with the pattern, they can go back and watch how we started the bag. So that's what's on deck for Thursday. This pattern, again, will be FREE by our friend Leapin' Llamas. Isn't she talented, y'all? I'm so proud of our friend. Somebody asked what was the PAY pattern. It's this one. This is the Rocco bag. Um, Davina Rocco created this pattern. This one is a PAY, and you can find it on ETSY, Island Crochets, but this is the Granny Rocco bag. Passionate Kelsey also does a lot of these. So I finished this one, and now I'm working on a little bigger version because in typical Wheeler form, I modified this and made it a little bigger, but I still have more of the handle to work on. So this is another little work in progress that I have. So I've just been in a lot of bag making mode. So that's kind of what we're doing. I don't want to work on any blankets right now. I'm burned out. So anyhow, I don't mind working on these tote bags. I get to do lots of fun colors. All of these that I have shared are all 100% cotton, lots of different yarns. There's lots of different possibilities out there. I've been using a lot of Premier lately, really enjoying that. So, anyhow, lots of possibilities. I also think tote bags are a great thing for gifting. If you need, a little teacher gift, if you need something for your bestie so she can throw her flip flops in while she goes to the beach, these mesh totes are really nice. And it's good to do them this time of year. That way you have them ready for summertime. So anyhow, very, very cool. I know, isn't that everybody's giving Leah some love? This tote bag that Leah has come up with, I really like it because it has the bottom on it. So when I was working on these mesh bags, Leah said, "You know what? I think I'm going to create one of these, but I want it to have a sturdier bottom." And I think that is a really cool concept. And it was very easy to do. And I learned things in doing it. So, anyhow, that will be our project for Thursday. But that's kind of what I've got on my hook right now is a lot of totes. I've also been working on some hats in the background. I'm trying to do a minimum of 10 hats a month. That way, next winter, we'll have a whole bunch of them to donate. My goal is to do 100 hats for donation this year. And so, excuse me, I've been working a lot on hats as well. So, just kind of some smaller projects and kind of enjoying that. Hey, Hannah, good morning. Welcome in. Let's see. I'm going to make bags for all my lady friends at the campground. Oh, Paloma, that's a great idea. Yeah, the bags are, I mean, everybody needs it. If you've got to, I don't know, go to the grocery store and pick up some groceries. If you've got, stuff to haul around, us yarn folks, we can fill them with yarn. This one that I'm making right now, this one is Stephanie Zed's pattern, ZED, and you can find a full tutorial of this on YT. But her name is Stephanie Zed, and this is the mesh market tote. Passionate Kelsey makes this bag a whole bunch, and I've made a bunch of these, but they're really great for the beach because the sand will just fall through. Now, these do not have a base. Let me see if I can reach this one. Ooh, without spilling all my yarn. So here's one of them that is finished. Okay, and I'm sorry, it's full of yarn because I'm using it, but you can kind of get an idea. This is the exact bag we're making. So what happens is this mesh will spread out and you can really fit a whole grip of stuff in here. Um, so what we're doing right now, the green that I have is this part right here. And now we're working on this mesh. So I need to do a total of 40 rows of this mesh. The nice thing about these bags too is if I was to dump out all this yarn, this will wad up very small. So it's great if you want to like put it in the back seat of your car in your little holder or something. So you always have like a bag in your car if you need one. They're nice because they really collapse very nicely, but they are strong. So anyhow, they you can see I have this one and it is holding a ton of yarn. So whatever you need, it's very doable, but you can see it really stretches out and holds a lot. So anyhow, this one is called that's what I'm making right now. This one is by Stephanie Zed, Z-E-D. Yes, a good bag for Aldi. Exactly. Exactly. April Niece Bree needs one of these. Okay, well that's good, Mom, because I have a grip of them. I don't even know how many I have. I probably have like 20 bags right now hanging on my tree. So we need to disperse some of these. My sister, whenever she comes to my house, she always snags a bag. So Allie, have a great day at work. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you being here this morning. So guys, we're probably just gonna stay on for till about 8:30 this morning. I'm not feeling 100%. I had a pretty good flare up over the weekend with my autoimmune. So I'm kind of hurting and I'll probably be hopping off here in a little bit. But I appreciate everybody hanging out with me this morning. Sparky says they would make great sustainable produce bags instead of using plastic. That is exactly the whole point of making these market totes, so you can use them in place of your grocery bags. And I really like that's why I like Leah's bag too, the one that has the bottom, the base, because I feel like it's a little more sturdy. I think it's a little more sturdy. Having that base is kind of nice. This one doesn't have a base, but the one we're going to do on Thursday, it has the base. So it's pretty nice. And I think you could get quite a bit of stuff in this one as well. Purple said, be careful with the handles. They do stretch, probably make it shorter than you initially think. Yeah, these handles, I don't remember the count of how many stitches. I just follow I just follow the pattern. I just follow the pattern and I do what she says. The pattern is by Stephanie Zed, and I really don't remember it off the cuff. My friend, Sparky said, I have a friend that was diagnosed with RA, and she said she's having a flare in her skull. Oh, wow. I really think it's a lot of it is weather driven. Tony, good morning. Welcome in. Thank you so much for sharing the live this morning. Hope everybody's off to a great week. Happy St. Patrick's Day, friends. I do have some corned beef that I put in the freezer in my infinite wisdom, and I didn't get it out to thaw. I was supposed to get it out to thaw last night, but because I was kind of under the weather, I got off work and I literally went to bed. And so I think we'll probably do our corned beef and cabbage. I'm thinking on Saturday. We'll just have a whole week of St. Patrick's. I have fibromyalgia and severe RA. The weather is horrible for me. Yeah, it really is what really triggers mine, Chris. I feel ya. So, as a lot of you guys know, I will just share with those that are in here. Um, my diagnosis was officially um, undifferentiated connective tissue disorder. So, what the rheumatologist told me when I was diagnosed is that I have markers of lupus and I have markers of rheumatoid arthritis. And what he told me 6 years ago is at some point, one of those will become more predominant and they will be able to probably diagnose me a little more accurately than the undifferentiated connective tissue disorder. When I went, you guys know I had a doctor's appointment last Wednesday, follow up with my rheumatologist, and they have officially changed my diagnosis to lupus. So, what has happened is the lupus markers now have taken over, and those are the ones that are increasing. And so now they can definitively classify me as having lupus, which is an autoimmune disease. So, I still have some of the markers of rheumatoid arthritis as well. But officially, my diagnosis as of last Wednesday, when I saw the rheumatologist, was lupus. And I, of course, said, so what does that mean for me? And she goes, well, really nothing. She goes, you're already on the medicine. So, we might just have to keep an eye on your dosage. But basically, yeah, I have markers of RA. So I still have some of that, but not enough to be classified as rheumatoid arthritis. But officially now we are classified as lupus. Uh, but does that mean a more targeted treatment? Well, Sparky, I'm already on the medicine that they use to treat it. So there isn't really anything to do differently for me. They were treating me as I had it already, even though it wasn't like full blown, I guess you could say. So anyhow, that's kind of what's going on with me. But I did have kind of a flare up over the weekend. So I don't think it's going to really change anything for me. Oh, thank you so much, MJ and Sparky. I appreciate that. I really don't think it's going to change anything for me. It doesn't really like have me like down. I mean, I've had this for a long time. So I actually think it's kind of good to have an official diagnosis rather than, like we think you have this, but it's not definitive. So I actually think that there's some comfort in having something official now versus, what they had called it before. So I think that's part is actually probably kind of a good thing. So, it is what it is. But, a lot of in life is a mindset and I'm not going to, let it slow me down, let it get me down. Obviously, there's days that I hurt, right? And so I try to take care of myself. Anybody who has an autoimmune disease can understand this. I could be the type of person where it like totally devastates me and I become very negative and unhappy and poor me and all those things, right? I could be a real Debbie Downer, I guess. And I choose personally not to do that. I try to always think that my glass is more than half full. I try to see the positive in all things around me and the things that I do. And I try to spread positivity because I feel like if I'm upbeat and positive, that's infectious, right? And other people will feel positive and upbeat, even if, you know, it's not all roses out there. I get it. I get it. It's not all purple glasses, rainbows, unicorns, sunshine, all the things, right? But yesterday it was snowing its butt off out here, and it was cold, and I was hurting. But I looked at this little squirrel out there in the snow, and he's burrowing his nose in and getting the seeds, and he's got his little umbrella tail up, and he's protecting himself from the snow. And I thought, well, isn't that just absolutely beautiful? right? So here it is. I could be thinking about, oh, poor me, I'm hurting and it's snowing and this is a bunch of BS and all this, right? I could take that approach. I totally could. And I choose not to. I try to choose something that is beautiful. How the snow is falling and how it's, oh my gosh, I've got snow on my yarn barn. Who would have ever thought that I'd have a yarn barn that had snow on it? This is me in my office, right? Yes, okay, that exact it. Choose joy, finding the happy. So I can't say that I always do it 100%. I mean, I'm human, guys. There's some days where I just could give a rat's, you know what, about anything. I hurt. I don't care. I just want to go to bed and lay down and I don't feel good. But those I try to mitigate and make them far and few between because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer of my own life. I want to be positive. I want to be happy. I want to see the little squirrel burying his nose out there in the snow. All those fun little things, the little bunnies that are hopping around in the snow. And I think to myself, "Oh, I could have it so much worse. I could be out there in the snow with them, trying to forage for some seeds. Instead, I'm sitting here eating a cupcake." Yeah, I ate a cupcake yesterday and some raspberry zingers. So I did splurge a little bit yesterday, but you know, whatever. So anyhow, it could always be worse, my friends. It could always be worse. So you make do with what you have. Try to see the joy in all things, and it really does, make life pretty happy. Oh, speaking of happy, my friend Leah, her daughter made chicken Sunday night. Chicken and mashed taters and gravy. And I had been working out in the she shed and I was really tired. Uh, so anyhow, she kept talking about taters and gravy and chicken, and oh my gosh, my tummy was rumbling. So I did have to make myself some chicken and taters. Well, I didn't make it. I ordered it in because I had been working outside. I didn't feel like it. So I don't know if anybody else has this. Here in Alabama, we have a store that's called Jack's, Jacks. It's not Jack in the Box, it's called Jack's. And I don't know if anybody else in the world has Jack's, but it's definitely something we have here in Alabama. And I'll tell you what, their chicken, their taters and gravy, and I got some green beans. Oh, I had green beans I've never had before, and I put them on the grocery list. I'm like, I need more of these in my life. So when you get green beans like out of the can or whatever, they're like round, or the frozen ones, they're round. Oh no. These were flat green beans. And so I was like, I got to figure out what these green beans are. They're called Italian green beans, Italian. And they're like flat. They're like they're like that. They're like flat. They cut them. Oh my gosh, they were so good, y'all. So anyhow, I found on Wally World some of those. Um, oh, Donna, you're from Northeast Alabama too. I'm in Rainsville, Miss Donna. I'm up here in Rainsville, just outside Fort Payne, if you're familiar. So anyhow, yeah, we got a little snow yesterday up here. I don't know if y'all got snow where you were at, but we definitely got a little snow yesterday. I'm originally from Arizona. We moved to Alabama in 2020, so we've been here for a few years. But yeah, that's where. Oh, you're down in Fort Payne. Oh, nice. We're practically neighbors, Miss Donna. My husband works down in Fort Payne. He works over at Caterpillar, and the Thompson Caterpillar. He works down there, so we're down in Fort Payne all the time. Do they have an Italian accent though? Right? I don't know. I've never had those green beans before, but I'll tell you, they are in my future. Lori just got back from vacation in Arizona. It was amazing. All our Arizona friends. I don't know if they've had more cool come through, but it's been hot in Arizona. Makes me glad I'm not there anymore. Well, there's a lot of reasons I'm glad I'm not there anymore, but let's not get into all those. Cook those green beans in bacon grease and add bacon bits and garlic. Yes, Chris. Right there. That's it. Yep. 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 I made French toast on Sunday, and my husband, he wanted French toast. And he said, he goes, I used to be able to make pretty good French toast. He goes, I don't know why I can't make French toast anymore. And he goes, I like the way that you make it. So anyhow, I made him up some French toast. He gets this cinnamon swirl bread that's thick sliced, a little Pepperidge Farms action, Pepperidge Farm, whatever. Anyhow, I did my French toast up, and I said, "Well, how was your breakfast?" He said, "It's going fast." If Mr. Wheeler likes something, he doesn't say, "Oh, I love this, honey. This is so good." In Mr. Wheeler speak, he says, "Going fast," and that means he likes it. So anyhow, he said, "Going fast," and I said, "Well, do you want to know my secret to how I make my French toast?" And he said, "All right, what's your secret? How come it's so good?" And I said, "Well, I fry that French toast in a little bacon grease. I always have my bacon grease there, and I just instead of using butter or oil or something, I just use a little bacon grease with that French toast, and it makes it oh so good and crispy on the edges, and it just adds a little something something to it, you know." So same thing. That's how my Grams cooked her green beans. Mom, do you remember Grams making her green beans? She always had bacon in her green beans, bacon, and I think Grams put a little onion in there too. So yeah. Anyhow, I fry my French toast with a little bacon grease, y'all, and it sure makes those edges nice and crispy and flavorful. Ooh, and then you put your little maple syrup on there. Oh yeah, they still get butter on there too. Don't worry. Were we supposed to be counting our calories this week? 'Cause guess what? We didn't. We had all the foods this weekend. Maybe that's why I had a flare up because I ate like crap. That could also be. Vidalia onions. Yes, yes. You probably also say, "Oh, hun, hun," when you make French toast. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, frying eggs in bacon grease. My grandma did that too. My grandma always cooked her eggs in bacon grease. I do it every now and then. Every now and then. I try to be somewhat good. We're making a mesh tote today, y'all. I'm working on a mesh tote. I didn't have a lot of stitch talk in me. Clearly, I have a lot of talk in me because I've been rambling for an hour now about all sorts of things, the weather, TV, food, all the important things in life. But this tote bag that I'm making is by Stephanie Zed, Z-E-D. You can find the tutorial for this over on YT. I also think if you ever wanted to make a swimsuit cover up with mesh, I think this would work. I think you could make your waistband a little bigger. But basically, this is the very top of our tote bag. So, you know how you have a tote, this is a different style, but how you have the band across the top with the handles, that's kind of what we're working on right now. So, we started with 30 chains across the top here. Then we did single crochet into the back loop. So that way it gave us a real nice finished edge there on the top. And I did a total of 6 rows of these single crochets. Now what we're doing is we're working on the mesh part of the bag, and we're literally making these mesh, and all I'm doing is chaining. Okay, so I'm yakking about food and every other unimportant thing under the sun here this morning because apparently I'm a chatterbug. And as we're doing this, we're just doing a little crocheting. So all I'm doing is I'm chaining 5, and then I go into the next chain that we made right here, and I do a single crochet. So I attach that chain to the other side. Then I chain 5 again, chain 5. Then I hop over here to the next chain space and I do a single crochet. So if any of you watch Passionate Kelsey makes this mesh market tote a lot. The pattern that she uses is by Stephanie Zed. I am doing the same pattern. This is 100% cotton I'm using today. This is Premier Cotton Sprout, and I'm using the colorway Laurel is the dark green that I'm using up here at the top. This is Laurel because after all, it's St. Patrick's Day. So I had to get a little green in my crocheting today, right? And then this is a variegated, also cotton sprout, 100% acrylic or 100% cotton. It's considered a 4 medium weight. I'm using an H8, a 5 millimeter hook, and we're just letting the colors flow. Okay, so it's just coming out of the skein like this. This colorway right here is called Tropical Island Breeze. But I thought it looked kind of fun for St. Patty's Day. So, Carrie, good morning. Welcome in. I missed what Paloma said and I can't scroll. What did Paloma say? Oh, here we go. We do Brussels sprouts and greased garlic bacon. Ooh, I love Brussels sprouts. Sparky says we make green beans that way. Always butter, bacon, onions, and salt and pepper. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, all this talk about green beans, I could totally make green beans and have those for breakfast. Are any of you guys the kind of people that could eat dinner for breakfast? And I do like to eat breakfast for dinner too sometimes. But all this talk about green beans and mashed potatoes and gravy, oh, that's what we're having for dinner. So I had some leftover chicken from Jack's. I got those tender strips. So anyhow, today we're gonna do the leftover chicken. I'm gonna pop that in the air fryer and get it a little crisped up. And then I'm gonna throw some red taters in the Instant Pot and make some mashed taters and then some brown gravy. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have for supper. I was gonna make it for supper last night, but I was feeling so poorly, I went to bed. I have to tell you, my grandpa, he used to always, I'd say, I'd come home from work and I'd say, "Oh, I'm so tired today." And my grandpa would say, "Well, why are you tired, sweet pea?" He say, "You been breathing all day?" Sometimes just breathing all day, makes me tired. Jay Marquez listening to making Irish soda bread. Ooh, yum. Yum, yum. I'll be right over. I'll be right over, Jay. Oh, yeah, I do like me some fried cabbage. Does anybody else make fried cabbage? I'll do that. I'll also do butter cabbage in the Instant Pot as well, where you just chop up your cabbage with a little salt and butter and throw it in the Instant Pot. Oh, yeah, that makes a great side dish. My husband loves that. And yeah, a little fried cabbage with some bacon and onion. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. All this food talk is making me hungry this morning. Anyhow, I think we're going to have mashed taters and gravy and chicken tonight. And instead of doing green beans, since we just had green beans Sunday, I think I'm going to do a little corn, some corn as a side. And yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it? Fried cabbage, onions, and noodles. Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're talking, Chris. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, y'all. Well, now that I've made you all good and hungry and you all have to rush off and go make some breakfast, I've made myself good and hungry, and I'm ready to go make some breakfast as well. I think my breakfast this morning, though, is going to be healthy because I've been a little naughty. And I'm going to have a granola bar and some yogurt and an apple. So I think that is what is on deck for my breakfast. But I think this might be a 2 cup of coffee kind of morning. So I'm thinking about moseying on into the kitchen and get myself a little grub. We'll be back tomorrow, though, friends. We're going to work on another tote bag tomorrow. This is one of the Wheeler out of Wheeler's brain situations. So we're going to work on this tote tomorrow. Again, not a pattern. I'm just kind of winging this. We're going to use, well, we already used a base for this. You can get these off the Zon. And so I just crocheted right into that base. And I'm probably going to finish the light gray today. And tomorrow when we're going to work with the pink yarn. So we're going to have dark gray, light gray, and then pink at the top. And then the handles will be pink. So anyhow, that's what we've got on deck for tomorrow. Now, also be watching over on Leapin' Llama's page, our friend Leah, on Thursday. Yes, that is cotton, Pam. Everything I'm doing right now is cotton. We're going to be doing another tote bag on Thursday. Okay. So this tote right here is the Choose Your Own Adventure tote. And we're going to be starting one of these from the very bottom here at the base and working our way up. So we're going to start a bag of this on Thursday. This is Leapin' Llama's pattern that is coming out tomorrow on the R place. She will pin where you can find it. This is the Choose Your Own Adventure bag. So I have done it with the mesh and the other parts that you can do. So basically, what is really cool about this tote bag is the bottom is all the same, the top is all the same. The Choose Your Own Adventure part is you pick what stitch you put here in the middle. So I have done the mesh. She also has designed it with the granny stitch. She's also designed it with a V stitch. And right now, she is working on an ice cream stitch. So the center of your bag can be little ice cream cones. And she has more ideas of how this is going to play out for another rendition of the pattern where you can have even more options for the center. So if you are not, there she is right there pinned. If you are looking for this pattern, be sure and give her a follow and be looking back. But we're going to do this bag on Thursday. This is the other version that or the other one that I've made. I did it with greens because I thought it looked fun with spring bright colors. So again, this is the mesh version. The Thursday bag that we're going to do is the mesh version. Okay. But if you follow the pattern, you can do other options as well. So be sure and come back tomorrow for the bag that has the base. And Thursday is going to be a fun day when we work on Leah's pattern. Thanks to everybody for hanging out with us this morning. All of the talk. Make sure you go watch Scarpetta if you haven't already. It's a really good show. So that's my recommendation for today. Get you some good eats when it's cold out. Maybe a little home cooking today. Get that house warmed up. If you've got snow on the ground, make you some chicken noodle soup or some chicken noodles or some, I don't know, something hearty, right? Get yourself feeling good. And I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for all the likes, shares, gifts, all the things, everybody, both on TikTok and over on YouTube. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Bye for now.